Resilience, the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties. Toughness, it's easy to be resilient when your challenges are small. What about the big challenges? How resilient are you? In today's conversation, I'm discussing resilience. Hello, hello, hello. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley. The purpose of the Manifest on Purpose show is to inspire you to create and achieve greatness in your life using mindset, techniques, and principles. Today, we're going to talk about what happens when the going gets tough. We're going to talk about resilience. But first, thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me today. Thank you for sharing these with other people that may need to hear these things too. And thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. Before we tap into the conversation, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
I never make plans without checking my Star 8 mobile numerology app first. Thanks to its amazing calendar feature, it allows me to always be in the right place at the right time. But don't take my word for it. Download the Star 8 mobile numerology app by Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn. You can find it on the App Store, Google Play, or by going to a star 8 ASTAR8.com or linktree/numbers in you. Now back to the show.
I hope you enjoyed your holiday if you celebrated. Like most people during this time, I decided to celebrate with my family. And I did just that. And I enjoyed some fun conversations during that time. As my sister and I were preparing for the holiday meal, we were sharing mama jokes. Yep. Mom passed away in 2004. Since it was Thanksgiving, we decided to reminisce about her cooking. She had a few specialty dishes. I've never had pot roast the way that my mom cooked it. First of all, it was so tender that it fell apart on the fork. It was so flavorful that you could taste it before even taking the first bite. This was true for her corned beef as well. The best corned beef I've ever eaten came right out of my mother's oven. Over the years, I've tried to duplicate these dishes and failed miserably, of course. My sister mentioned that she never liked baking cakes. I teased her by saying she never liked baking cakes because our mother was not good at it. Don't get me wrong, my mom knew how to prepare a delicious meal. Don't count on the dessert though, because she was no good at baking a cake. I don't know what it was, but her cakes would always be too moist in the center. And then she'd have the nerve to say to us, "Stop all that jumping around in there before you make my cake fall." That means sit yourself down somewhere. We took that seriously. I talk about the tower moment at times and how what often appears as chaos in our life is actually creating some type of order. It reminds me of the planet Pluto because Pluto is one of those transformative planets that forces change. I say force change because change isn't always easy. We know this. You may need to change and not know it, or you could also be comfortable in the current state that you're in. There's one important thing that you need to know about change. That is that we must all do it, no matter if we know it or if we want to do it or not. That change will come by any means necessary. Now, the degree that we experience these tower moments is determined on how we respond during these times. As a rule of thumb, I always remind myself we are tested according to our faith, which simply means that we are being tested according to the level that we're on. Never judge what you're going through based on the people around you because not everybody is on the same level. You may seem to have more challenging times, but maybe that's because you're at a more advanced stage in your life. So don't look around you and ask yourself, why are your challenges so tough? You're tested according to your faith. Instead of trying to create a solution, and this is something that I see so many people doing, take my mother's advice when she was baking that cake. Sit down somewhere, stop jumping around, and I'm going to add one more. Reflect on what the situation is trying to teach you. For those that have these tower moments, and this is everyone, because everyone has challenges, there's a program that is there telling you you need to get up and do something. But the truth of the matter is, just the opposite should happen. Stop trying to do and take some time to be. The state of being is your most natural state. Have you ever seen a tree go look for water? Now, hopefully, nobody has seen this, so I feel comfortable in saying that a tree's focus is not really on going to find water because it exists in its natural state of being. So should you. Instead of panicking when challenges arise, sit still and prepare to rebuild. There are no coincidences. Everything you experience is here to teach you or to reach you. I always looked at my life as a school. Each level you reach will have tests to evaluate your skill in the level that you're on. To master each level, you will experience a series of tests. It's sort of like strength training, just like the test in school. If you fail the test, you have to take it all over again. Only each time you do, the test gets harder because you are being tested on things that you should be learning in the level that you're on. Things that you have to make it to the next level. If the things in your life seem to begin to unravel, all it means is that it's time to rebuild. There's one important tool in your toolbox that you're going to need to rebuild. That tool is resilience, the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties. Toughness. Are you resilient? Can you sit down long enough amidst the chaos to analyze what's happening, to whom, what lessons you're here to learn from this, and how you can use this experience to help you grow? It can be so easy to think that If only you can do something. Things will probably happen faster or even work out for the better. But the truth is, we're all imperfect. Sometimes instead of making things better, we get in there with our imperfect self and make things worse off than what they really are. My mom was the perfect cook when it came to the main courses, but her desserts were another story entirely. All I know is I remember her yelling at us, "Sit down somewhere. Stop jumping around. Don't make my cake fall." Secretly, I believe that whenever she told us, her cake had already fallen. She just needed to blame it on us. This lifetime comes with its own set of challenges for everyone. I call these challenges the tower moments. It sounds bad at first, but really what it is powerful transformation. Not chaos, but order. And although there are times during those experiences that you feel like there's something that you need to be doing, the best thing for you to do is to be still and reflect. Find out what's going on with you. This goes back to that introspection that we talked about last week. When you find out what's wrong with you, find out who the big players are. There are no coincidences. Everything that happens in your life is here to either reach you or to teach you. What is this experience teaching you? And once you can answer all of these questions about your experience, it is then time to rebuild. It is time to create a foundation. It's time for you to decide what direction you're moving in next and who you're leaving and who you're going to take with you on that next level. Don't look around and judge your experience based on the experiences of others. Your experiences may be different. Your challenges may be larger than someone else's, but that is only because you may be going to a higher level than they are, which means you're going to need that much more resilience. Resilience can be easy when challenges are little. But what about those tough challenges? Are you still able to remain resilient? I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.